Hey girl, hey, welcome back to my channel. You are watching something about Drea. I am Drea, and today's video, homegirls, we are doing us another bougie on a budget video, but this time we are doing self-care and saving money by doing a little bit of maintenance at home. So girls, I found this amazing affordable waxing kit on Amazon that has everything that you need. It is by the brand Tress Wellness, and y'all, this waxing kit, even though it's affordable, it literally has the wax machine, the waxing beads, it has the little sticks that you need to spread the wax on, the pre-waxing spray, girl, just everything, okay? And once again, it is super duper affordable. So in today's video, I'm going to be waxing my armpits and just giving you girls a few tips on how you can prevent things like ingrown hairs, because you do know when you're waxing yourself, there is certain rules that you need to follow in order to prevent things like ingrown hair. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that. But girl, that's enough babbling. Make sure you homegirls check out Tress Wellness on their socials. They do have a TikTok and Instagram, and you can find them at Tress Wellness _ waxing kit on both socials, TikTok and Instagram. So that's enough for the intro. So girl, just make sure you stay tuned and keep on watching, because I'm gonna get you together, honey. Let's get into the video. So first, inside of the kit, you do get your instructions, and then you also get a pre-wax spray for clean and moisturizing before waxing. And then you also get your after wax spray to help with moisturizing and smoothing your skin and removing any wax residue. Then you also get your waxing beads. They come in different scents. So you get 5 different scents. You get the eucalyptus, lavender, peppermint, tea tree, and zest lemon. So these are all spa scents. And these are hard wax beads, which I absolutely love because it makes it super easy to clean up. Okay, then you also get these waxing sticks. You get the bigger ones for larger areas, and then you also get the smaller ones for smaller areas, maybe like your upper lip, things like that, your eyebrows for the smaller ones. Then you also get the rings that go around your wax machine, just to kind of keep your wax machine neat and clean. And that is what this is for. Also get the spray pumps for the pre-wax spray and the after wax spray. So let's go ahead and set this baby up. So first, you want to start by removing the lid and also using the handle to go ahead and remove your pot from the warmer, and then you can go ahead and add your protective ring. Again, that is just so that way your machine doesn't get all sticky and gunky and just full of wax. So that is the wax ring, and then you add your pot back into the warmer. Next, you can go ahead and add in your hard wax beads. I did choose to go ahead and use the peppermint scent because I just wanted to use peppermint, so I'm just going to go ahead and add those in, and then I'm going to go ahead and turn on the actual warmer. Now, the warmer, it is a digital dial, which I absolutely love, and it goes all the way up to 257 degrees. I did turn this up to about 204, 205, somewhere in that area. And then you want to go ahead and add the lid back on to help with heating the wax. And you just want to stir occasionally, just to make sure that you're getting the wax loose, and you want all of the beads to be melted. You don't want to have any lumps. So I'm going to go ahead, lift up that lid and stir. And as you can see, they just started to turn translucent, and so they're not quite warm just yet, but again, you're going to have to stir periodically just to make sure you don't have any lumps. You want to get a smooth wax. So after about 7 minutes, we're going to go ahead and stir again. And this is what our wax is looking like. And it's looking to be ready. Actually, it's a little bit runny, and so I did let it sit for a little bit because I didn't want it too runny. And then we're going to do a test strip on our wrist. But this is what the wax is looking like. So once I get it to the consistency, or once it's like warm, I'll go ahead and turn that dial down so it can start to thicken. And you want to go ahead and remove the lid so that way the wax can start to thicken. First, before you start waxing, you want to go ahead and do like an allergy test as well as a heat test, because you do not want to go in with super hot wax onto your skin. You can cause so many problems and get infected and all that. So I'm going to do a test strip on my wrist, and so you just take some and just spread the wax on your wrist like so. Let that sit, And then you can let it get tacky before you do your your test wax. So you do see me tapping my wrist to make sure that the wax has fully set before I remove it, because you don't want it to be still wet when you try to wax. Otherwise, it's a fail. So let's go ahead and start waxing our armpits, girls. So this is what my armpit is looking like. So I do wax regularly, so there's not too much hair under my arm because I am a regular waxer. So first you want to go in with the pre-wax spray. Again, this is just to cleanse the area and to remove moisture, because you want to have like a dry workspace. So I'm just going to rub that in a little bit. I'm going to let it dry. And then once it dries, I'm going to go ahead and add the hard wax. Now this right here, this step, it is super duper important. One, letting the armpit dry. And then two, the way you add the wax onto your skin is very important as well. So you want to go ahead and add the wax in the same direction as which your hair grows. So for me, underneath my arm, my hair, it does grow in a downward motion. So I'm going to firmly start adding that wax under my arm with just a little bit of pressure in a downward motion, because that is the same direction that my hair grows. Once I get enough to my liking, I'm going to keep my arm up and let that wax dry and get tacky. So I am adding just a little bit at a time to get the desired thickness that I want, because you want to have a nice thick layer, but you don't want it to be too much wax. So I'm just slowly adding on just little thin layers at a time underneath my arm. Again, in a downward motion with light pressure or with firm pressure, because you want the wax to actually grip onto the hair. So I am using pressure. I'm not being extremely rough, but I am adding enough pressure so that the hairs can catch on. And then I'm just going to keep my arm up and wait for that to dry. We'll do a little tap test, and then we'll go ahead and continue from there. All right, so after a few seconds, I am going ahead and just like doing that tap test again, because I want to make sure that this is fully dry. And then I'm going to just lift a little bit at the bottom, because I do have to rip in the opposite way in which I laid the wax. Another very important step, this is going to prevent ingrown hairs. You see how I'm using my other hand to stretch my skin? I'm holding my skin firm or taut, and then I'm going to rip. And y'all, it's absolutely painless. Like, look at all that hair. Again, I do wax regularly, so there's not too much hair, but you can see that this hard wax, it removed everything with one pass. I'm just going to go over again just to get the little corner that I missed. But again, I don't have too much hair because I do wax regularly, and I'm just kind of picking off that little bit of residue, which you don't have to do because it does come with the after wax spray that helps to remove any residue. So just like I said, I'm going to do another little small piece just to get those few little hairs that I missed. So I have the wax on my stick, and I'm going to go ahead and add that to my armpit again in a downward motion. I am using pressure because I want those hairs to get gripped onto the wax. I'm going to add just a little bit more again because I like to make sure that it is enough. And then as you can see, y'all, this wax dries super quick, which is a good thing. If you see that little piece where it kind of lifted up, it's because it was like already dry and I went and rubbed over it, but that's a good thing. It dries super quick. And here's another close up, y'all, up in my business. We're going to do a tap test, hold the skin taut, and we're going to just rip. And again, this is super painless. I love it. And just to show you girls, it did get those last little bit of remaining hairs like left over from previously. So this wax is really good at gripping onto the tiniest amount of hair. And I'm just going ahead and kind of flicking off that last little bit of remaining wax. And that's another thing I love about hard wax. It's so easy to get every last drop of wax off. But look at that armpit, y'all. It did go ahead and get all of that hair from underneath my arm. And then we're going to go ahead and go in with the after wax spray. It's almost like an oil base. So that way it could just, again, help to remove any residue. It's a really light oil base and it just feels really good. And I do like to exfoliate under my arms and, you know, do the after wax spray. It just feels so good. But yeah, you could just take like a little cotton round and just kind of wipe the area that you've waxed and clean up any residue. And yeah, girl, that's it. Super duper easy, and it saves you money, y'all. This kit was so affordable from Amazon, and you literally get everything you need. So I'm super happy with it. I normally use like the wax strips, but this is way easier. I love it. So yeah, girls, we are all waxed, are all fresh and clean, y'all. My armpit feels so smooth and so good. I do wax pretty often, so I didn't have like a whole lot of hair to wax because I've been waxing myself at home for over 2 years now. So my hair, it really doesn't grow back as thick as it used to. So I didn't have too much hair, but y'all, oh my God. I do have coarse hair, but this hard wax was really good because it did remove pretty much all the hair with one pass. And then, like I said, I do wax pretty often, so I'm really used to it. Y'all, this was actually fairly painless. Let me just say it was painless because I'm used to it, so it doesn't bother me at all, literally. Yeah, I'm just so used to waxing. Now I don't do my own bikini or Brazilian wax, but I've been doing that so long as well, to the pain level, it doesn't bother me at all. But I would say if you're pretty new to waxing, out of pain factor from 1 to 10, I think if you're a beginner, it'll probably be at a 4 or 5. Like, it's not painful at all. But yeah, girls, make sure you check out Tress Wellness. I'll have them linked down below, as well as their TikTok and Instagram. Tress Wellness _ wax kit on both handles, TikTok and Instagram. But yeah, girls, that is it. That is all that I have for this video. Hope you girls enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and follow me on Instagram at somethingboutdria, and I'll see you girls in the next video. Bye.